get straight into it. You dig what I'm saying? I'm gonna teach all y'all how to get recruited. If you're in the transfer portal, if you're a high school person, you in JUCO, it don't matter. I'm gonna tell you how to get recruited and all the truths to get recruited. I'm gonna give all y'all some game real quick. I started, smash the like button, subscribe real quick, comment to help me build my platform. You dig what I'm saying? So yeah, let's get straight into it, all right? Of course, in this video, I'm going to keep it a band. I'm going to keep it a stack with y'all. A lot of coaches are going to be honest with you guys. And this is the videos for honest and being truthful, right? For me, I went D2. I played D3, I played NAIA, and I have a whole bunch of friends who went D1, right? And I always play against those D1 players, and they always tell me all the feedback of how their practices is different, all this stuff. So I'm going to give y'all the real. So don't go nowhere, but just please like, subscribe, and comment right now. If you watch this video, like, subscribe, and comment, and let's get it going, all right? First thing, not everybody's gonna be D1. Let me just be completely honest with you. If you're out there, you may not be D1, right? And it's not just skill set or, oh, I'm really athletic or I can shoot really good. It's really more than that, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be mentally there. Growing up, I got cut from 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade. I got cut all the time, so therefore, I didn't think I was that good of a player. Maybe my skill set, my handles, and my shot, y'all can go back on YouTube and look me up. I had the shots and stuff. I was going crazy, but mentally, I was not a Division I player, right? And, you know, I feel like when you get more up in the college realm, you're gonna start seeing that it's more predicated on that coach trying to keep their job, and you gotta go harder, right? So you gotta get the players that's like super stand out, right? If your game is not really super stand out or something that differs you from all the other people, then you probably won't be D1. You know what I'm saying? Or unless you have connections. Connections is huge. If you don't have a lot of people behind you to push you, the coach is like, oh, I got this one coach over here in this D1, you're probably not gonna make it. And it's fine, right? Because it's not all about going D1. It's about going where your fit is the best, right? Let's say you have a D2 offer and a D3 offer. The D2 school may not even like you that much, right? But you'd rather go D2 than D3, even though a D3 school is gonna love you so much. Go to that D3 and build yourself up to, if you wanna move up, you can, because you have stats, you have film, right? And we're gonna get more into that later. Don't fall for the D1 hype, because it's not for everybody and you may need more time to develop. Everybody's not gonna be D1 all out. Some people may never be D1, right? I never went D1 in my college career. But, however, if a D1 player kind of play against me, if he try to play against me, I'm cooking him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have that mentality now that I don't care what division you are, how old you are, what your stats are, I'm going to go kill you, right? But I got that mentality because I was super underdog and nobody really wanted to give me a chance. So that's why I had that mentality. So y'all gotta figure out where your best fit is to get that mentality up too. If you do want to go D1, let's say you're like a freshman, sophomore, junior out here, you got more time under your belt, right? I would say play on the circuit team, right? I never played on the circuit team, obviously, because mentally I wasn't there, right? Because I was always like, oh, I'm never gonna make it, or I'm not gonna be that good. But if you want to be D1, you gotta play with other D1 players and where college coaches are at, right? If you're not playing against a circuit team and you're just playing like locally, or you're playing against, you're going to AAU tournaments and there's no coaches there, odds are you're not gonna get offered. An offer really is if a coach is really investing in you, right? A coach is really calling you all the time, sending you emails, sending you text messages. These are when coaches are actually involved with you. I used to think if a school sent me a admission letter, that meant like, oh, the school's about to offer me. Like, I used to think the school's about to offer me if they send me an admission letter. No. The only way that you'll know if a school really is interested in you, if they're actually calling you and texting you and checking up on you, asking how your people are, how you are as a person. That's how you know a school's really interested, and then they're gonna put that offer out because they actually trust in you. If you really want to go D1, you gotta play with other D1 players. If your high school is not going to play against top-rated players, odds are you need to go play with an AAU team that's on the circuit, Adidas circuit, Nike circuit, Under Armour circuit, whatever that is. You gotta play against those top-rated players to get your film out there to say, hey, coach, I played against this player who was ranked #1 in the country and I did really good. Those film is gonna look good. Not if you drop 50 points against some random kid down the street who played for his JV team, you know? You need to play against high profile players to get your name out there if you want to go D1. If you're like a senior in high school, or you're like, you know, you're more into your college career, you might not be going D1. You know what I'm saying? Just because it's a time crunch. You're a freshman and sophomore, you got a lot of more time. Junior year, it's kind of shaky, but all right, get film, right? So now you're at the point where you're in your AAU career, you're at your travel team, and you're trying to get that film out now, right? Now you gotta get film. Film is gonna be king in terms of telling a coach, hey coach, I did this, right? This is my play style, right? The best thing you wanna do is make your highlight film about 3 to 4 minutes. 2, 3, 4 minutes, you know what I'm saying? Kind of highlighting who you are as a player, right? If you're a scorer, showcase that you're a scorer, but you can score in all 3 levels. That is shooting 3, mid-range, and going to the basket, right? And if you're just posting up a player and you're like 5'11", that's not gonna really look good because you're not gonna post up somebody at the college level. So if you can shoot deep threes, post that, right? If you're shooting step back, mid-range, post that. If you dunking on somebody, get on that rim, post that. You know what I'm saying? Just put that in your film. If you're gonna be a player, if you're gonna be a player that's like defensive minded like myself, you want to showcase that you can play defense really good and then get out on the break and transition, right? I wasn't an ISO player, but I was a player that was like kind of strong because I worked out a lot. So I was strong and I was kind of athletic. So I showcased that in my film when I sent it to coaches, and coaches was messing with me because they seen like, all right, he can play defense, he can knock down the catch and shoot 3, and he can get to the basket, right? So a lot of coaches like that because their offense is going to be if you can create your shot through the offense, right? A coach is not going to care if you can ISO somebody every single play because odds are in college you're not going to ISO nobody. That's why a lot of players, when they go to college, they don't score that much or they don't get no playing time because all they can do is ISO. Don't fall in love with ISO game. Work on your 1 dribble pull-ups and get into the basket. That's what you should have in your film. Don't be showcasing you going crazy every single, you know what I'm saying? It looks cool for Instagram, but when you go to college, the coach is not gonna let you rock out like that unless you're really him. If you're that guy, coach is gonna let you do that. But for the most part, cut it out. You get your film already, now you gotta start reaching out to coaches. And the best thing you can do is either email them a link to it, right? So all your film should go to YouTube. YouTube, you know what I'm saying, that's a free profile for you already, right? YouTube, post your highlights to YouTube. So when you're emailing coaches, they can click on the link and they can go straight to the thing, right? For me, I didn't really get any D1 feedback except 2 schools. When I was emailing coaches in high school and prep school, I emailed probably like 100 schools a day. You know what I'm saying? It's an exaggeration, but it was close. Like I was going crazy with emailing schools and stuff. But the biggest thing that you want to do is you want to first look up the schools, right? So all right, let's back up. So before you look up a school, make sure it fits your play style, okay? Because the worst thing you want to happen is if you want to advertise yourself to a school, they like you, and you get there and that school is not your play style at all. You know you're not a 3-point shooter and you go into a 3-point shooting team, you probably won't play a lot of minutes, okay? So go to a school that fits your play style. So after you find out schools that fit your play style, then you type it up in the email saying, all right, coach, I like this offense, I want to be in there, right? And your email should be about 5 to 6 sentences, really quick. Tell your name, where you're from, tell them your stats, and then tell them what you can do for their program, right? A coach is not going to care if you can average 30 points, 50 points, because it doesn't matter to their program if you can only average 1 point in their program or their offense. So kind of make yourself say like, all right, in your offense, coach, I see myself coming down the pin down and knocking down the 3, right? And I feel like my game is highlighting that, and here's my highlights. That's when it comes back to the point where you got to highlight yourself and show that you can do those things in his offense, right? Because a coach always wants somebody who can complement their offense and not somebody that's going to destroy it, and that's the only way that they're going to be good. You know what I'm saying? Always remember, rankings don't mean anything. You know what I'm saying? Just work on your skill set and just become the best person you can be. Stop falling for the hype of D1. Everybody's not going to be D1. You're probably looking at this right now, you're not going to be D1, right? And you probably need more time to develop. I was never a D1 player, but I know for a fact if a D1 player trying to play me right now, I'm cooking him and he is not going to violate me at all. You know what I'm saying? Because I've worked so hard that to the point where I have that mentality that I'm gonna kill whoever is in front of me, right? And that's the attitude you need to have if you're not D1, right? Because not all of us gonna be D1. Always work hard for sure. You know what I'm saying? In this stage, work as hard as you can. You need to work up at 6 a.m. If you're not a player that's super highly looked at, you can't just be doing 1 workout a day. You gotta do 1, 2, 3 workouts a day if you want to catch up and pass somebody up. You know what I'm saying? Because if you do 3 workouts a day and that #1 ranked player does 1, how you gonna match up in about a year? You gonna be way past that dude. You know what I'm saying? So just work hard where you're at. Depending on your grade is where you should be pushing for, right? If you're a freshman or sophomore, maybe you can push for D1 still. If you're a junior, senior, start looking at D2s and D3s and NAIs. These schools can offer you some good money and some good grants that you can actually keep going with your college career, and then you can move up if you want to. Or you can have a great career where you're at and you can still push for the NBA or overseas or whatever you want to go. Film that actually translates to college basketball. Film that's gonna be like, oh, you catch and shoot. You do 1 dribble into a shot, 2 dribbles to a shot. You get up on the rim and dunking. Those film is gonna try to translate a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So always highlight that you can play in a college system. Colleges, make sure that college it has the right play style for you. If you know you're not a 3-point shooter, don't go to a 3-point shooting team if you can't see yourself in that system. And lastly, make sure that your email is 5 to 6 sentences at maximum, right? Because you want to highlight who you are. From your videos you posted on YouTube, put the link in the email. Put the full games in your email. If you don't have anybody recording your games, you're already behind the ball, right? Because if you want to highlight yourself for coaches, you need highlights, you need film. So you need to hire somebody to record your games for you, have somebody's mom record the games for you, somebody's dad. Get film, very important, okay? Don't have an ego-based email, okay? Tell coaches how you can fit their system, right? They don't want players to say, oh, I average 50 points, you need me. No, because the coach probably get like 500 emails a day, right? At the D3 I was at, my coach got like 50 emails a day, 100. So there's a replacement for you. But if you sell yourself as I want to contribute to your team, the coach is gonna like you. All right. So that's all I got for this recruiting video. I will do a lot more in the future. If you want to see more, comment what you want to see in terms of recruiting video and how you can actually get yourself out there. And like, comment, subscribe, and help my platform grow some more so I can keep giving y'all these fire videos, fire vlogs, fire pickup games, D3 to the NBA. That's who I am. So look, I'm going to try to get all us lower level players an opportunity to go to the NBA and just kind of create a lane. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to support me, please do. But yeah, I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.